Now we're doing freeCodeCamp, JavaScript algorithms and data structures, intermediate algorithms scripting, wherefore art thou? All right. So now we're going to make a function that looks through an array of objects. That's going to be the first argument, and returns an array of all objects that have matching name and value pairs. That's going to be the second argument. So each name and value pair of the source object has to be present in the object from the collection if it is to be included in the returned array. All right. So for example, if the first argument is this array full of objects right here, and the second argument is this object with just last and Capulet in it, it must return the third object from the array. So this one right here, because it has this in it. All right. So we also have some like this down here where it's looking for two key value pairs like this one. So we're going to have to do something that checks we're going to have to check every one of them to make sure that it has both key value pairs. Right. So that being said, first thing we need to do is somehow get this in its own array. So we can say collection dot last or collection dot whatever the key is. All right. So to do that, we're going to get this. We're going to use this object.keys static method that returns an array of a given object's own enumerable string keyed property names. Right. So we learned this a long time ago, but we're going back to it now. So we'll start off by saying let source keys equal, and then we'll do object. Oh yeah, here's the syntax. We're going to do object.keys, and then we'll have the object in there. So we'll do object.keys, and then for the object, we're going to use the source object. So we're going to use this object right here in this case. All right. So now we've got that. Let's do a console.log to see what it looks like. Console.log source keys, and you can see we have this this array with last in there, right? With the string last. So we'll come down here, and now that we've got this, we're going to filter out of the collection anything that has the last name of Capulet right here. So to do that, we're just going to start off by doing a collection.filter. So we'll say let collection filter equal collection.filter, and then we've been doing this pretty recently, but if you forgot about it, just in case, we're going to have the callback function in here as the argument, right? So for the callback function, we're going to be going through this right here, this array of objects. So we'll start off with the object as the argument, object, and then we'll have the arrow like that. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go through this. Let me comment this out quick. We're going to go through this and see if these have this. So we're going to do an every on source keys, and then we're going to see if any of these has the last name Capulet. That's what we're looking for right here, right? So just like this. Let me do this so it's easier to do it and explain it. So we're going to use this every method, which we've done this pretty recently, and we're going to have the callback function in there as the argument. And we'll come over here, and let's get this comment out of there. We'll come over here and we'll do source keys dot every. All right. And for the every method, we're going to have the callback function. We're going to go through the keys. So we'll just have key as the argument. And like if there's like 2 or 3 or 4 keys, we can go through each and every one of them. All right. And then we're going to have this arrow like that. And for this one, we're going to say we need the object. So we need this object in order. It's going to go to this one, and then this one. And then we're going to go to the key. Is that what we're doing? Key, or is it object and source key? Object and key, yes. Object and key needs to equal source at key. Needs to equal source at key. All right. So it's this object. So it's this object first at key, which the key is going to be that. Hold on. What's that one on here? Object key source.key every key. Source.keys every. Oh, this goes inside of here. Hold on. Give me a second. We're going to cut that with Control X and. Oh, no. Okay, cut this with Control X and put it in here with Control V. All right, there we go. And so it's doing object. So each one of the, it's going to check each one of these object at key, which is last in this case. And then since it doesn't equal source at key, so the source at key is going to be last Capulet. This one's not going to go in. And then this one's not going to go in because last is null, but this one will go in because last is Capulet. So now let's come down here and do a console.log on the collection filter. Console.log collection filter. All right. And you can see it puts Tybalt Capulet in there. So let's get rid of this one and let's just return collection filter. All right. And then we'll come down here and wrap this thing up in parentheses like this. Nope, not like that. Like this. And say console.log in front of it just to make sure. And it still does what we want. Let's get rid of this console.log just to clean it up a little bit. And that should take care of business. So let's run the test. Looks good. And submit it. All right. Now we're on to Spinal Tap case. And we'll see you next time.